Hey, what's going on YouTube? Finally got in all the cards for this freaking deck. I've been waiting to play it for a while, and I'm gonna be honest, it's not like anything tier one or anything that's gonna top of YCS, maybe not even regional. But I think this deck has a lot of potential for when we get Needle Fiber because it is a synchro based deck, and right now a lot of the plays are really limited because, as you know, synchro centric type decks were really neutered by the master rule change, where now you need to make a link before you can make extra deck monsters. For some decks, that just made it, like a gateway for them to just spam the field and stuff like that. But for their decks, kind of like this one, it doesn't really work out that way. So, yeah, it's TGs. I really like this deck a lot. Everything was really cheap and everything was really available, so I just decided to pick everything up. And I've been play testing this one I have right now for about a month, I want to say, and it's pretty consistent. I'd say, but it's not like I said, it's not anything tier one or anything that's gonna top a regional. But it's gonna go ahead and show the deck profile to you guys. First of all, three of the new TG Screw Serpent. This card is just so good. This is one of the main reasons why I picked up the deck. He's a tuner level 4, and he has two really good effects that can both be used the same turn, but only once a turn. His first effect, whenever it's normal summon or special summon, you can target a level 4 or lower TG monster and special summon it to your side of the field. That's really cool. It would be awesome if it was just any TG monster, because then you can bring back your synchros, but that would just be too broke. And then he has another effect that when it's in your graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard to make one TG monster on your side of the field either gain or lose a level. So it helps you get the right levels right to make the right synchro. 3 TG Werewolf. This is the old school one. His effect, basically, whenever a level 4 or lower monster is special summon, you can special summon him from your hand. And whenever it's destroyed by battle or card effect, at the end of your turn, you can add any TG monster from your deck to your hand. That doesn't really mean too much right now because there's just so many things that you can do to just stop it. But it's still a really good card. 2 TG Striker. It's a level 2 tuner. If your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can special summon him from your hand. He's also a warrior, so he's searchable. And you can also bring him out with his soul, which is pretty cool. And he has the same effect as Werewolf. When he's destroyed on your side of the field, you can get another copy of a TG monster. 2 TG Tank Grub. This monster is really good too. It's one of the newer ones. It's a tuner level 1. Its effect is, if it's going to be used for a synchro summon of a TG monster, you can make it a non-tuner, which helps out a lot. And then when it's used as for a synchro summon for a TG monster, you get a level 1 token. So that just helps you, climb your synchro levels. Then 2 TG Booster Raptor. Booster Raptor's effect is really straightforward. If you control any TG monster, you can special summon him from your hand. And he also has like the old school TG effect, where if he's destroyed by a battle card effect at the end of the turn, you can get another TG from your hand, or add a TG from your deck to your hand. That's it for the TG monsters. And then for the little engines we're playing, it's kind of like a Dark Warrior engine, I guess you could say. I'm playing the 3 Neospace Conductor and the 1 Aqua Dolphin. Sometimes I would want to play more than 1 Aqua Dolphin because there's just a bunch of times where I've drawn it. But that's going to happen, and I'm trying to make the deck as consistent as possible with combo extenders and stuff like that. And Aqua Dolphin's not really an extender. Space Connector's the one that's an extender. Then I'm playing the 1 Armageddon Knight and 2 Malicious, just to help make his soul, because his soul is really, really important in this deck. There's just a bunch of combos that it opens up. And then I'm also playing the 1 Destrudo. Destrudo's always going to be played, and I think like in any like synchro type deck, because it's just a really good card. Lets you make level 7 synchros. Or you could, in this deck, you could also make different kinds of levels, but most of the time we're going to be using it for 7. Then for the other engines I'm playing, 3 Hero Kid. This card is really good with Assault. You send 2 equips to the grave. and then you special summon out one, and he special summons out the other two. So that just gives you a bunch of fodder for stuff. Then 3 Reborn Tengu. Tengu is a really good card in this deck because it just lets you climb up your synchro ladder, your link ladder. But you got to be careful the way you use it because the TG link monster doesn't let you summon anything but TGs after you use its effect. So you got to kind of like chain it, I guess. Then 1 Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning. To search what they sold, you can also summon it real easy because you play a lot of darks and lights. It's just a really cool card. Then for spells, I'm playing 3 Call by the Grave because now everybody's going to have Ash Blossoms and everybody's going to be playing them. So you're going to need to stop Ash Blossoms, and that's honestly, I think, what hurts the deck the most. Impermanence does too, but not as much because you can kind of play around it. Then for your 4 equips, I'm playing 1 Living Fossil, 1 DDR, 1 Divine Phoenix Blade, and 1 Overdone Burial. These are like I wanted to play these 3 for sure, and I just threw in the Phoenix Blade for random fodder for stuff. You can always discard it with like Aqua Dolphin or something. 1 Tenki, it searches out your Tengu and it searches out your Werewolf. Reinforcement of the army to help with your Warrior Engine. 1 for 1. Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, and World Legacy Succession. This card's freaking awesome because it doesn't negate the monster that it brings back's effect. So if you bring back something like TG Hyper Librarian or one of your Synchro monsters, it's just really, really good. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, 1 Ripidocus. Just a good card to help you make your summon sorceress live because that card's pretty important in this deck. Isolde. Sometimes I want to play 2, but this extra deck is just so freaking tight. You got to make compromises. Trident Launcher. He's the new Link for TGs. His effect is whenever he's Link summoned, you can summon 1 TG from your hand, 1 TG from your grave, and 1 TG from your deck. But you have to have 1 target for all of them, or you can't use any of them. And another thing that I've noticed that's kind of annoying is you have to have the Link spaces open. So you either have to play your board right, like in the right columns and stuff like that. So sometimes you can mess up if you're not careful. And then Summon Sorceress. What makes the deck playable, because there's a bunch of cool combos with that. Then for the Synchros, Reciprocal Dragonfly. It's a TG monster. Its effect is, once a turn, you can target another TG Synchro monster you control, and you send it to the graveyard, and then if all the materials that were used to make it are in your graveyard, you can bring them back. And it's basically like a D-Synchro, but in a monster form. Then 2 TG Star Guardian. This is the new one that came out. He's a warrior tuner, level 5. He's got 2 really good effects. He also has the TG Synchro effect, where you can Synchro Summon on your opponent's turn. But his first effect is whenever he's special summoned, you can target a TG monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. And it's just special summon, it's not Synchro Summoned. So if you use it with Monster Reborn or World Legacy Succession, you do get that effect. And then during your main phase, you can special summon 1 TG from your hand. And that's just a really, really good effect. This card's just awesome. It's what really helped the deck out a lot. 2 TG Hyper Librarian. I never found myself needing a third, and I probably wouldn't play it because that just would be a waste of space. 1 Wonder Magician. Wonder Magician, once we get Needle Fiber, it's going to become a lot better because it's going to let you have a free pop of a spell or trap on your opponent's turn. And yeah. Then for my level 7s, I'm playing 1 Dawn Dragster and 1 Shooting Riser Dragon. These 2 are probably like the best level 7s right now you can play. And yeah, I would want to play a Borreload Savage Dragon, whatever it's called, but I don't have one at the moment. And I kind of found out it's kind of hard to make in this deck. Then 1 TG Blade Blaster. It's level 10 because with the Link, you can only summon TG monsters, so you could want to make him or like the other guy. I don't know. I don't play the level 12 guy because you just don't make him enough to want to play him. Then 1 Stardust Warrior. Stardust Warrior is pretty cool, but I found out that you can freaking Called by the Grave this guy, which is kind of dumb because he tributes himself for cost. And they can chain their Call by the Grave, which a lot of people don't know that you can do that. And he basically negates summons. And then for the last monster, Cosmo Blazer Dragon, if you're able to get this card out, it's really, really good. It just has so many good effects. When your opponent activates an effect, you can negate the activation and destroy it. Then when your opponent would summon a monster, you can negate the summon, which is really cool. And then when your opponent tries to attack you, you can negate the battle phase. Just three really good effects, and this card is beefy at 4,000 attack. Then I have a side deck, but it's not 100% tested. It's just really generic, so yeah. 3 Ash Blossom. Everybody has Ash Blossoms now, hopefully. Because now it came out of common as a deck in the latest deck, so everybody should be able to play them. 3 Dino Wrestler Pankatrops. This card's just super good going second. Just gets rid of so many problem cards like Goes in Match or Revelry of Warlords. 3 Artifact Lancia. It's really good against Thunder Dragons. 3 Twin Twisters and 3 Red Reboots for Sky Strikers and for Altergeist. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure what deck I'm gonna be doing next. I'm not gonna do a Salamangreat deck profile because everybody and their mom's doing any one of those, and I honestly don't even feel like playing the deck. I don't think it's that good right now. Maybe if like the next list, a bunch of stuff gets hit, it'll be good. But I don't know. Till next time, guys. Your boy Ivan. I'll see you guys later.